What's good, y'all? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a rolled handle. I use this method for all sorts of bags, whether for my handbags like this one, or for my duffel bags like this, or even on my backpacks. There's a lot of advanced variations that I do with these handles, but I'm gonna be teaching you guys the kind of starter version that you guys will need to master to have as a building block before you can expand into those more advanced types. This type of handle is meant for fabrics that you can't have raw edges on, so denim, canvas, things like that. You absolutely could do it with leather or cork or other materials that you can have raw edges on, but you just typically wouldn't because there's other ways to do those handles. I think that this version of the handle is very doable for all skill levels, so without further ado, let's get into it.
All you're gonna need is the fabric of your choice and fabric glue. I use liquid stitch. Contact cement can also be helpful, but it isn't required. You can cut out your pieces now. Whatever you want the width of the base of the handle to be, you'll take that number and double it and then double it again. So I want it to be 1 inch wide, so I'll double that, which gives me 2, then double that, which gives me 4. The length is up to you, and I'll talk about that more shortly, but I'm gonna cut it at 17 inches. On each end of the piece, I'll mark a 1/2 inch from the edge on the wrong side of the fabric. Then I can spread some glue within this area and fold the edges up to the lines we just marked, which will give us our 1/4 inch fold. Now, still on the wrong side, I can mark the middle of the strip, so 2 inches from the edge for me, and I'll go ahead and get some glue spread. You could do all this without glue, but I highly recommend glue because it makes things more precise and more durable. Now I'll fold one edge into the middle, making sure the ends match up perfectly. Then I can fold the other side in so that the two edges meet in the middle. And I'll make sure everything is pressed down well. Again, still on the wrong side, I'll spread some glue and then fold it in half again, making sure all of the edges line up perfectly.
Your handle should look something like this now with clean edges for all 4 edges, so no exposed seams anywhere. At this point in the process, we have some decisions to make, some from more of a design standpoint and some from more of a functionality standpoint. I have to decide how the handle is gonna function and where the pinch point is gonna be, because that will impact how I do this first round of sewing. If I'm gonna attach the handle straight to the bag like this, the sew line and the pinch point will both likely be lower on the handle. If I'm gonna be attaching the handle to a rectangle ring or something like that, I'm likely gonna want the sew line and the pinch point to both be higher, since it's gonna need this extra space there to go around the rectangle ring or whatever it may be. However, like I said, this is a design decision too, because maybe even though you're sewing the handle straight to the bag, you want this to extend down super far, and so the sew line would be a lot higher up, or maybe you want a very shallow pinched area, and so that pinch point would be super high. So back to the question of how long to make your handle, these decisions will also impact the answer to that. Regardless, once you've made these decisions, you'll also have to consider how the handle will actually be attached. So whether it'll be the stitch line across like this with a rivet below, or if it'll be this box sewing all the way around, or this hand stitching with no stitch line across, but maybe a rivet too, and so on, because there's endless ways that you can attach a handle. But just make sure you think it through, because this will ultimately impact how you do the first line of stitching and maybe where you want certain stitches to hit. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna show you a fairly starter version and you can experiment with it on your own from there.
On the right side of the handle, I'll start by marking 1/8 of an inch from the edge on both sides of the handle. Now I want my handle to be on a D-ring, and the end of the handle will be sewn down 2.5 inches from the edge, and I want my pinch to be 3/4 of an inch above that. So I'll mark 3.25 inch from the edge on both sides as well. So this area between the two lines is the area that will be pinched. There is ways to just fold this in again, but when you're starting off, I'd recommend sewing this side that's open before folding it, because otherwise things may slip and not line up. So on the open side, I'll start on the 1/8 inch mark, and I'll start sewing 1/8 of an inch from the edge, making sure that my stitch hits right on this first line. Then I'll continue on, and again, I'll make sure it hits right on my next line. Then I'll finish at the 1/8 inch mark on the other side. Now on the closed side, I'll start at the 1/8 inch mark again and sew, making sure to hit the next line, and I go one single stitch past that line. And then on the other side, I start one stitch before the line and sew down to the 1/8 inch mark again. The handle should look like this now, so it's sewn all the way across on the open side, hitting my lines. Then on the closed side, I only stitch those outer areas. Now I'll mark my pinch point on the wrong side of the fabric, so 3.25 inch again, and I'll get some glue within this area. If you have the budget for it, contact cement can be beneficial here, but regular fabric glue will work too. Then starting at one line, I'll start folding it in half, making sure both sides line up perfectly, and I'll do this all the way across the other line. I'll stitch from one pinch point to the other on the side that already has stitching, and I'll use the same stitch length because I want my stitches to hit in the same holes as before. So I'll start at one line, remember to back stitch, and I'll start sewing across. Make sure to take your time. It's not required, but it is a nice touch if you can hit the same holes. Regardless, I'll stitch all the way to the other pinch point and finish with a back stitch. Once it's stitched, you should have 2 stitch lines on the top side, and the bottom should still be super clean with just the one line of stitching. It can also be beneficial to let the handle sit in a rubber band for a while to help shape them.
The handle is done now. It came out super clean. So with the way that I did this handle, this would be most likely one that I would put on a rectangle ring or something like that. So I'd be folding this part back and then stitching across here, which would then be sealing this off since we never sewed across that part. Like I said though, there's lots of more advanced things that you can do with this type of handle, whether it's by changing the stitch pattern, adding lines that specific stitches should hit, or even like this, for example, adding in a whip stitch on the pinch point. But this tutorial should have at least given you the foundation that you need to get started, make a simple version, and then you can keep growing and progressing, trying more advanced things from there. I hope this tutorial was easy to follow. I'm still fairly new to this, so I'm always open to recommendations. Let me know in the comments what else you guys want tutorials for and how the tutorials could be better. If you want to see more of my work, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. And if you want more tutorials, make sure to subscribe here. I'm going to be posting fairly frequently, at least 1 or 2 a month. And I'm going to be doing giveaways for people that purchase my patterns and even people that just comment and subscribe on here. So have fun making your handles. There's a pretty endless possibility of ways that you could use this type of handle. So get creative. I can't wait to see what you guys make. I love y'all.